We're all
John,
ready.
you good? All right. Okie dokie. Okay, Meg, do you have anything with these cases? Are any of them canceled or any of them not showing up or were they taken care of? Whatever.
Hold on. Oh,
Okay.
David, I'm gonna mute you.
Okay.
All right, so we'll start with case number one because I know he's in the room.
Okay. 4132
North Fifth Street.
North Fifth Street.
Yes, good morning. Or good afternoon.
How you doing?
I'm
Hi,
well.
Is
How
this
you doing?
Carlos?
Yes,
Is
it
this
is.
Carlos?
Yes,
Okay, Carlos, how you doing?
I'm
All
well.
right.
How you doing?
First of all, I'm going to have to swear you in. Can you please raise your right hand? Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes,
Okay. Megan, can you please raise your right hand? Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Okay. Um, my name's Wayne Miller.
Amy
I'm board
Rivera,
member.
Amy Rivera, board member.
Ted August, board member.
Pradeep Parekh, board member.
Aaron Rodden, Board Counsel.
Matthew Webster, board counsel.
Andrew Call Places and Inspections.
Megan Flade, Department of Licenses and Inspections.
Deborah Richardson, Boards Administration. And this is
Okay.
case number one on the agenda.
Good. Read it into the
Aye.
record, Deb.
Thank you, Wayne. MI 2025-007681 for 4132 North Fifth Street.
Okay. Meg, can you tell us a little bit about this case?
Yes, I spoke to Mr.
Larsa.
Galzarza. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just kill that last name. And we came to an agreement for a permit in 90 days.
Mr. Galarraza, you good with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good luck. 90 days.
Okay.
Thanks, bud.
Have a great day.
You're welcome. You
Okay.
too.
All right, case number 2, 6607 Ross Street. Is anybody here from 6607 Ross Street?
They're in person.
What's that?
I'm sorry, they're in person.
Oh, good. Come on in. Yeah, have a seat.
It's very important for you to speak into the.
Turn them microphones on.
I am.
Okay. Okay, guys, how you doing?
Good morning. Good
Okay.
afternoon.
Who is going to be testifying today?
Miss Alethea Ross, I'm the expediter.
Parker.
She's Miss Parker, she's the
Okay, Miss Parker, sure. I have to swear you guys in. Miss Parker, could you please raise your right hand? Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. The expediter, you're going to be doing any witnessing today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Could you raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you say your full name and spell it for the court reporter?
Jerome Henry,
Thank you.
Jeroma Henry, Henry.
Okay, is the other gentleman, are you going to be testifying?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, are you a lawyer?
No, I'm not. I'm just
Okay,
her.
all right, could you please raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, I affirm.
Yeah, because I said that because you're dressed like a lawyer, you're dressed pretty snazzy.
I just happen to be a
Okay.
guest.
Can you also say your name and spell it for the court reporter?
Sure. Carlton Aiken. That's Carlton, Aiken, Aiken.
Okay, I'm Wayne Miller, board member.
Amy Rivera, board member.
Ted August, board member.
Pradeep Parekh, board member.
Aaron Rodden, Board Counsel.
Matthew Webster, board counsel.
Andrew Call Places and Inspections.
Megan Flade, Department of Licenses and Inspections.
Deborah Richardson, Boards Administration. Case number 2 on the agenda, MI 2025-007642 for 6607 Ross Street.
Thank you. Meg, can you tell us a little bit about this case?
Yes, the department wrote an unsafe violation for the property in November of 2025 for the real alley wall having loose and missing bricks. I have my packet, if I can share my screen.
Yes.
Okay.
Before you start, Meg.
Yep.
I'm okay with the late appeal. I'll vote yes for that.
I am also okay with the late appeal.
I am okay with late appeal.
Accept
Repeat.
the late appeal.
Okay, good. All right, go ahead, Meg.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Just checking, we're just about done.
Yeah, I'll be done in.
Great, thank you.
So the rear of the property looks like right here has a bunch of missing bricks. I did try to reach out to the owner of the property to schedule an agreement with them, but I could not. So the department is looking for a permit to be under review in 45 days.
Okay, Ms. Parker, are you okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right, and then do you know what goes in having a permit under? You got to apply for a permit within 45 days, and then, but I think you're going to need will she need a contractor, Meg?
Yes, the violation calls for a make safe permit. So she will need a licensed contractor with the city of Philadelphia to perform that work.
Okay, and that's in how many days?
45.
45.
Yep.
Ms. Parker, you okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good luck, guys. That's it. All right, you just get yourself a contractor, licensed contractor out of the city of Philadelphia. He takes care of it. That's it.
Hold on, Wayne.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Who's that?
I'm going, sir.
I'm on the workbook.
And Megan, is a engineer's report required with that or just? the
No,
license?
an engineer is not required per the violation that the inspector wrote.
Right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay,
That's all.
good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Okay. All right.
Can we bump
Okay.
to Frankfurt Avenue? Vern is in the room. He's requesting a continuance. He was just obtained from. the-
Okay, 4205 Frankfurt Avenue.
I
He's
mean-
there looking at continuance to April 2nd.
That
All
was
right, well, that's when
continued.
he asked from April 2nd. Vern, what's the reason you have you need a continuance?
I just
He
don't know.
wasn't-
I don't know anything about the case. I just
Okay.
literally got retained about 2 hours ago, and I just
Okay.
need, I just need to get it caught up to speed. I don't need a big continuance, but I need some kind of continuance.
Okay, no problem.
I appreciate that.
I vote yes for a continuance.
I'm okay with the continuance.
I'm okay with the continuance.
I agree for the continuance.
Okay, good.
Thank you
good
all.
job.
Appreciate it.
All right,
Thank
see
you.
you, Vern.
Bye.
All right. Next case, 7122 Germantown Avenue. Is 7122
Here in
Germantown
person.
Avenue here?
He's here in person.
He's here in person? Okay. All right. For everyone, we got to take a vote on the late appeal. I vote okay for the late appeal.
I'm okay with the late appeal.
Yes.
Okay with the late appeal.
I agree to grant the late appeal.
Okay. All right. Let's keep rolling. How do you say that first name? Roel?
Roel.
Okay. Mr. Wisdom? Oh,
Yes,
man,
sir.
my goodness. Wow. You're going to be testifying in the hearing. Could you please raise your right hand? Swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have a project manager and he's on his way here and he has all documents. I don't know, do we need him?
Oh, he's not here yet? Okay.
No, he's not here yet.
Okay.
Mr.
Yeah, he's not in I got the guy that's handling his case is not here.
Mr.
Yeah.
Roel, do you
Yes.
remember I'm sorry. Hi, this is Megan. We spoke on the phone. Do you remember
Yes.
we made an agreement?
Okay. Oh, yes. So we're good with that.
Okay.
Okay,
So we just have to read it into the record.
okay, thank you.
You're
Oh,
Oh, okay, one
I'm so
second.
happy.
Okay, give me the agreement, Meg.
Let me read it in.
Okay. Read it
Case
into
number
the,
3, MI 2025-007448 for 7122 Germantown Avenue.
all right, Meg, let me hear it.
Mr. Wisdom and I came to an agreement for a permit in 60 days.
Mr. Wisdom, you okay with that?
Yes,
Okay, good luck.
thank you very,
See
very
ya.
much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, have a good day.
Okay. Okay. All right, number 4, Malcolm Street, 5125.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. They're in person. They're here in person.
Is this Malcolm Street? This
Yeah.
guy here is a busy guy. He's had a couple cases. All right.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
let me read it into the record. Number 4, MI 2026-000477 for 5125 Malcolm Street.
Okay. Who's going to be testifying in this case? Ma'am, are you going to be testifying?
Yes, sir.
Could you raise your right hand and you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Can you state your full name, please?
Shafani Fatakama Keda. Shafani Fatakama Keda.
Okay.
Excuse me,
pleasure.
could I have the
Jay?
spelling of that?
I'll spell it for you, John. Jah. The next name is Fani, and the last name is Karpeh.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Henry,
Yes.
you're going to be also testifying in the case?
Yes, sir.
Could you please raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth,
Yes, sir.
and state your name?
Jerome Henry.
Okay. Wayne Miller, board member.
Amy Rivera, board member.
Ted Agus, board member.
Pretty correct board member.
Aaron Rodden, Board Counsel.
Matthew Webster, Board Counsel.
Andrew Call Places and Inspections.
Megan Flade, Department of Licenses and Inspections.
Deborah Richardson, Boards Administration. And I read it into the record.
Okay. Thank you. Meg, can you tell us a little bit about this case, please?
Yes, the case was complied due to an issued permit March 23rd, 2026.
March 23rd, 2026.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's move on. 2823 Clementine Street.
Is-
Anybody here from Clementine Street?
No, but the case is, I
Is
think.
closed.
The case is closed? for
Yes.
Go ahead, Meg, tell us.
The property at 2823 West Clementine Street and is closed. The case has been complied.
Okay, comply. All right.
Number 6.
Okay, let's go. Let's
MI.
move on. You want to read it into the record?
Yep, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Number 6, MI 2022-007325 for 2823 West Clementine Street. Megan, you said it was closed, complied? Okay.
Yep,
very good.
complied.
All right.
Okay, let's move on. 1353 East Lycoming Street. Is anybody here from Lycoming Street?
No, I received an email from them this morning that they were withdrawing their appeal.
Withdrawal appeal.
So I'll just read it into the record.
Go ahead.
Case number 7, MI 2025-007564 for 1353 East Lycoming Street. An email was sent from the attorney withdrawing their appeal for today.
Oh, very good. Anything we got to do, Matt?
No, it's unsafe. It's not imminently dangerous. So
Okay, good deal. All right.
So Diamond Street is next. She was here this morning around 11:30. I'm going to have Jeanette check one more time, but as of right now, she is not in their hearing room.
Okay, good.
We're going to check.
All right, that's fine. So we'll wait a few minutes for that. Aim, can you take over for me? I got to run out for a second. Please.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right.
Do I mute him for right now?
Want to do that since it's ID or?
So, once it's dismissed, the license line inspections can enforce without any stay, without any restriction. So if it needs to be demolished, dismissing or appeal would give them.
Go right, go. Hey, you,
I understand, but we've always sort of given people 2 o'clock, but I don't know if there's any tacit, understanding or.
Can we stop the recording?
Yes. Are you there?
Yes, we are on the record.
On the record now.
Debbie, can you read cases number 8 and 9 into the record?
Certainly. Case number 8 is MI 2026-001606 for 2924 West Diamond Street. Case number 9 is MI 2026-001608 for 2924 West Diamond Street.
Amanda Bond is the applicant, and she is not in the room. She is not on the Zoom. We have looked for her several times. So I move to dismiss this for failure to appear.
Before, we just need to confirm service first.
Conferring service for MI 2026-001606 for 2924 Diamond Street. A board of notice of hearing went to Amanda Bond, 2924 West Diamond Street, Philadelphia, PA 19121, mailed on March 24th, 2026 for today's hearing. Amanda Bond was also in the office this morning at the appeal unit, and I gave her a copy of both hearing notices for both her appeals. She was also sent an email to her email address on Monday of this week. I can't remember the date.
And for the other
Do you want me to
case,
confirm the other one? I'm sorry. MI 2026-001608 for 2924 West Diamond Street also was sent a board notice of hearing on March 24th, 2026 to Amanda Bond, 2924 West Diamond Street, Philadelphia, PA 19121, on March 24th, 2026. An email was also sent to her Monday of this week, along with giving her a hearing notice today in person at the MSB building at the appeal unit window. Anything else?
Has anyone attempted to call her? Or is that not procedure?
I'm sorry.
could you call her?
Can I call her on the phone? I could do that if you'd like me to.
Okay.
Okay. Want to go off record for a minute?
Yeah, let's go off record. Stop recording. Amanda Bond was just called and there was no answer. So I'm going to move to dismiss this case or both cases for failure to appear.
I agree that we should dismiss both cases for failure to appeal.
I agree on dismissal of both cases.
Okay, thank you.
Megan, you're in the room?
I am here.
Okay.
So Megan and Dave Eisenhart, you are dismissed.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day, everybody.
Thank you.
Turn them on.
Andrew, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, because we're going to get ready to start the refusals now.
No longer doing a Jeff. Pretty.
Okay.
John Dimes is here too.
This point.
All right, good afternoon. This is Board of Building Standards for April 16th, 2026.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, the first case we're going to hear is for 2019 North Carlisle Street. Is Nikita Gordon here?
Yes, I'm right here.
Okay. Debbie, can you read this case into the record?
This is case number 10 on today's agenda, MI 2026-001668 for 2019 North Carlisle Street.
Nikita, I need to swear you in. Are you an attorney?
I'm the applicant.
Okay, but you're not an attorney.
No.
Okay. Nikita, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Do you want to present your case?
Yes. My name is Nikita Gordon, and I'm currently trying to open a group home at 2019 Carlisle Street. So far, I've gotten through with zoning the property, but I experienced a pause in my application due to the fact that my examiner thinks the property needs to have a sprinkler. My application was declined because they think I need a NFPA 13. Under that variance, I would require a sprinkler to operate the property as a group home. So I'm here today to discuss the fact that the property will be operated as a group home under Chapter 6500 group living in Pennsylvania, according to DHS standards. Under that type of group home, I cannot have more than 8 residents max in any property, whether it's Carlisle or any other home. For Carlisle, I can only have 7 people because it's 7 bedrooms, it's stairs, so I would have to have residents from the ODP who are ambulatory, and also the basement cannot be used as a living facility, only storage and laundry. So I was explaining, like, even though the property is rezoned for congregate living, my examiner was saying congregate living is 16 people. I cannot put 16 people there under Chapter 6500 laws. DHS wouldn't license the home for that if I wanted to put 16 people there. And it's also against my administrative certification. I'm administered to run a group, I'm certified to run a group home, but it has to be under Chapter 6500 because that's what I studied. And the max in any house has to be 8 people. At Carlisle Street, we're going to have 7. In addition to that, the building is also a traditional 3-story house. It has 1 main kitchen, 1 main living room, 1 main exit and entrance. It's a traditional townhouse. It already has the smoke detectors, the carbon monoxide detectors. On February 4th, I reinstalled all the fire extinguishers. At this point, my electrician is also at a pause because I need a building permit in order to pull an electrical permit. So we're going to do the exit signs once the building permit is allowed. And I need a sprinkler variance in order for the building permit to be approved. The house will be safe. The residents cannot be left by themselves. It will be 2 staff per shift, which is 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7. And if there are people who need like specific one-to-one care, then that person will also have someone sitting with them, being in the room with them, stuff like that. Basically, that's my plea as to why I don't think I need a sprinkler. It's in addition, sprinklers are expensive. Doing my research, it was like $20,000. And the property is rented. I don't own it. Having 7 people, in case of a fire, there will be alarms, there will be exit signs, there is smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors already at the property. I had the sprinklers, the fire extinguishers updated. They were updated by Tri-State Tri-State Fire Protection. So my pause right now with DHS is not having occupancy, and I can't get occupancy without the sprinkler variance.
Andrew, a couple of questions for you. The refusal says that a 13D system is required. Is that what is, I thought that only applied to a single family residence. Does it apply to something like this as well?
It's still considered an R3, which would allow a 13D system.
Okay. And I guess the second question is, if this were a single family, with, enough kids to fill 7 bedrooms, would this be approved as of right without sprinkler requirement?
Yeah, if it was considered as existing single-family dwelling, yes.
Got it. Okay, thanks.
John Dimes?
Yeah, I think by definition, and Andrew can check me on this, congregant living is 16 or fewer people, and if it's 16 or fewer people, it can meet the construction requirements of an R3. Is this a change of use situation? Is that what's going on here?
Yes, I did a rezoning with the city. When was I rezoned? I don't have the date, but I think I was rezoned at the end of January under permit ZP 206000564. That was my application number. Let's see if I can pull up my permit.
How many people? You said 7?
7 max, because yeah, I can't put people to live in the basement. No living at all. Basement will only be used for storage and laundry.
Okay.
In terms of rooms, the bedroom has to be a certain way under chapter 6400, and I might be having people with different behaviors, so we won't have double occupancy for any room at all.
And what level of care are residents receiving?
The care will be based on their direct support plan. So there are people who needs reorientation. There are people who might be incognitive. There are people who might be feed assist. But the thing with the property is everybody has to be able to walk because it's stairs. So DHS wouldn't place someone there that has a Hoyer lift or a wheelchair because the property, the structure of the property will not tolerate a patient like that.
And if there's an emergency,
yes,
the expectation is everyone will be helped out. No, you don't.
Everyone will be helped out. There has to be staff on board 24 hours per day.
Are these
has to be?
People? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So these people can't themselves respond to an emergency.
Self-evacuate, right?
No, it depends on their DSP. I cannot say everybody will not be able to respond to an emergency. The way my property is set up, you have to be ambulatory. So say there are 4 stages of care. Level 1 might be somebody who, they might be a little bit not confused, but they need cues. Okay, it's morning, let's brush our teeth. But they know how to walk down the stairs. They know how to feed themselves. My property cannot accommodate people who are in a higher lift or in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
they might have certain behaviors, might be a little combative, but that doesn't mean they don't know that, okay, it's an emergency, let's go.
Well, that becomes the issue, right? If I'm looking at a risk level and you need sprinklers based on the code, because you have a change of use or change of occupancy, and you're trying to evaluate risk of the people inside the premises, even though they're not in a wheelchair, if they can't really self-evacuate, the argument for sprinklers even becomes stronger.
So question, even though the physical structure of the property doesn't change, I would still need sprinklers? Because at this point, I don't know the
unless the code was written in error. Unless the refusal was written in error, and it doesn't sound like it was.
So when I received the refusal and I followed up with the examiner, what he was explaining is that because I rezoned the property, this is the reason why it triggered the building code. But I'm saying the physical structure of the property hasn't changed.
Right.
All I did was rezone it so I could use it for this purpose. The structure is the exact same. I haven't done anything to it.
That is what is triggering it. So an example is if you turn a 1-unit house into a 5-unit apartment.
But wouldn't that change? I'm sorry.
Without changing anything physical in terms of the outside, you might rearrange some spaces on the inside. But that would be a change of use.
But in my situation, I haven't rearranged anything at all in the house.
Yeah.
No form of labor, like physical change was made to the property. It's the exact same way as I rented it.
Yes. So an example of that would be you have a tenant space that is open. It's used for a store for retail clothing or something like that, and then it changes into a daycare for newborn children or like less than 2.5 years old. There may not be a physical change to that tenant space. It's just an open space, same bathrooms. It's just that the people inside or the occupants inside are now more vulnerable to a fire. And to Lieutenant Dimes's concerns, the vulnerability is based on whether or not they can self-evacuate.
My people has to be able to self-evacuate. That's what I'm trying to explain.
No, but
If they can walk.
Self-evacuation means that they don't need any verbal or physical cue.
Oh, okay.
They have to respond to an emergency.
So far,
alarm
I
and then
haven't had anybody placed in the property. DHS basically clamped my application because the city has to do their part for me to move on. Whoever is going into the property, I cannot say because I don't have like a direct support plan for each person. So that part, I cannot tell you that, oh, they're going to be able to do that or whatever. What I can tell you is that whoever they're placing in my care has to be able to walk. And usually when the patients can walk, it doesn't mean that they're completely confused. It just means that they need cues like, let me help you with you. They might be incontinent, but that doesn't mean they can't run. They might be incontinent, but that doesn't mean they don't know that this is hot. They might be incontinent. So the purpose of even a group home for residents is to like let them feel like they're a part of society. So I wouldn't even say like, oh, you won't be able to respond to a fire. That's me already downplaying what they can do when the whole part of a group home is to integrate them back into society. I cannot say a resident won't know that it's a fire. They're going to be aware that this is hot, this is cold, I don't want that. They still have choices, they still have a voice. So these are people who, they do need assistance on a day-to-day basis, but that doesn't mean that they cannot respond to danger. Like that would be a bold assumption on my part when I don't even have a direct support plan for this person.
So how the building code is structured is precisely for that reason, because the type of occupants for congregate living facility where they're receiving some level of care, even if it's personal care or assisted living, because the code can't delineate who can and can't respond, it requires you to put a sprinkler system in that type of building. Those are the base requirements. That's why we're discussing your case. That's the base requirement. And I don't know how state licensing works, but is there a different type of license for people who receive assisted living when they are cognitively able to
My thing is
respond?
not assisted living though, because assisted living is for older people. What I'm doing, I could do group living can be for somebody who's a battered and sheltered woman. It can be for somebody who is recovering from drugs. It can be for a teenager who is aging out of foster. So it's not a specific group. This is why I can't say who I have or who I will have, because at the end of the day, I still need their direct support plan. It could be somebody that's 21, that she aged out of foster parents don't want her no more. It could be a woman that was in a domestic dispute. She has nowhere to go. It could be somebody who was a drug addict who needs a recovery. That's it. It can't be assisted living, because assisted living is more so for seniors, the wheelchairs, the demented patients, the people with serious behaviors, maybe a memory care unit where they have to have you secured.
Understood.
So my thing is definitely not that. That's way over what I am capable of doing. I would have to do a completely different certification for assisted living. This is just a group home that assists people on a day-to-day basis. We're taking them to appointments, we're doing their laundry, we're giving them 3 meals a day. If the person is incontinent, we might change a diaper. If the person might want to go to the park, but they can't go by themselves, they might get in a fight with somebody, they might have, combative behavior. Why are you looking at me? These are the people that we care for. But assisted living is more so for seniors 65 and up with different, medical diagnosis and are unable to take care of themselves. There are people in group homes who can bathe themselves, take care of themselves, go to the day programs. And because group homes, the basic of a group home is to give them family life. It's not to make them feel like they're sick and they can't do anything. In some of the DSPs, you have to allow them to cook, but you have to be there. We're not gonna leave them in the kitchen by themselves. There are people who want to learn to cook rice, want to play basketball. All of that comes into group home.
Ms. Gordon, is the estimate you got for a sprinkler system for a 13D system?
I didn't put in 13D. I have on my paper NFPA.
Does it say NFPA 13?
Yes.
Okay, that's a much more expensive sprinkler system than a 13D system.
Yeah, the 13D runs off the domestic water system of the house. And with the size of the
13.
house, the number of
You said it's
sprinklers.
just 13D. I'm sorry. I want to write down what you're saying.
Yeah.
So the sprinkler system that I
get a
would
price
require
on
would
that.
be a what?
NFPA 13D, and the D is for domestic.
Okay, so I didn't put the D on there.
So
Yeah,
there's
it's-
less sprinklers. They don't have to bring in a whole water line, which is part of the big expense of a new sprinkler system.
Right.
They just tap it off your existing water line.
If you look at the refusal, there's a row in the table that says location of sprinklers, and it says NFPA 13D required. Just to-
Okay.
that can change the cost of the sprinkler system as
Significantly.
yeah.
So it says it runs from 2,000 to 15,000.
But again, it's a big range. It depends on the type of structure and your water service.
It needs to have calculations done that shows that it can work and how it works. But at the end of the day, having been through this multiple times, it is a significant savings, and it's worth looking at that. Because I don't think we're comfortable with this without the building being sprinkled.
Oh.
I don't want to speak for anybody else, but
Yeah, I would second that opinion. It just we would need an alternative to sprinkler systems that can.
What would be the alternative? Because I have the fire extinguishers, I have the fire alarms, I have the smoke and carbon monoxide detectors.
But they're all required. Those are
Right.
minimum. So there are no alternatives.
So what would be the alternative to a sprinkler? Because like I said, I don't own this property. I already put in beds, everything in it. So what could be the alternative?
In a situation like this, I personally do not see an alternative.
Okay.
Pradeep, do you see any need to caucus?
I do have a question for L and I, and then we can caucus it. Just to confirm, the occupancy classification. What was it? It was a single family before. What
Yeah.
was it before? Okay, so
Yeah, it would have been like an IRC single family
Yeah.
townhouse. And now it's an IBC group R3.
yeah, we can caucus.
Okay, stop recording.
I can
Everybody
hear
in the
you.
breakout room?
Right now for 2019 North Carlisle Street.
Okay, got it.
She has a group home that's requiring a 13D system.
I'm sorry, pardon me, this is the reporter. Are we off the record still?
No, we are on.
We're on the record. I'm sorry, John. I just went back
Okay.
on.
So, Ms. Gordon, we just reviewed it and we'd like to offer you a continuance to get get a couple estimates for a 13D sprinkler system.
Okay.
13D?
13D is allowed.
Wayne, we can explain this more to you later. We just got out.
Okay, sure. Sure.
Otherwise, we'd have to deny it today. And we'd like to give you the opportunity to go look at 13D systems. If you find that that's acceptable, then you don't have to come back. You can get your permit and run with it.
What do you mean if I find if it's
If you get 3 estimates and one is within a range that you're comfortable with and you're willing to just do it, then you don't need to come back.
So what if I don't find prices that seem reasonable?
Then you come back and we will probably deny it.
Yeah, we can't really make a determination based on cost. We have to, life safety is the premium, and we would be inclined to deny the variance request as it stands now. We're giving you more time in order to get what we think will be favorable pricing, given that your original pricing was based on 13 as opposed to the 13D that is allowed according to the refusal that you got.
So even though this was a regular residential dwelling, I still need to get the sprinkler.
Yes, it's a change of use.
So what do I do in the continuance?
May 14th would be our next hearing date.
Okay, and what do I do here?
Well, we'll schedule you for a May 14th hearing, but you can get estimates for the 13D system. And if you decide you're just going to do it, then the refusal will go away.
Oh, okay, okay.
The thing is that the contractor will tell you what you can, what you can do and the cost. And I would select 3 of them, so you get a truthful and honest answer from a contractor. You know, one guy might be busy and he'll give you a high number. The other guys might not be busy and they'll get a different number.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Is this a single family home?
It is.
Okay.
No,
All right.
but Wayne, it's not a single family use. It's a group home. And again, we can explain more later.
Okay. All right. Fine. Okay. No problem.
So I'm going to continue this to May 14th, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Gordon.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Debbie, you want to read in the next case?
Sure. This is case 11 on the agenda, MI 2026-001169 for 766 South Front Street.
Yes. Okay.
Go ahead, Wayne, I'll let you take over.
Okay. Is anyone here from that with that case?
I am Stephen Millett.
Hi, Stephen. How you doing?
Good.
Are you going to be the only one testifying?
I believe the homeowner said they were going to be there, but in person. But I'm not. I don't see them in the.
Okay, we'll see if they're there. Deb, is there anybody else there?
There is a Sandy in the room.
No, there's no one in person here.
Okay. Well, do you want to wait a couple minutes? And we'll move to the next case and come back. Maybe they'll be in then or not.
There is a Sandy in the room, which may be the homeowner in the Zoom.
Oh, so Sandy. So I'm from the architecture firm, and Sandy Mansion is one of the homeowners. I believe he's joining us via Zoom, and then the other homeowner, Lindsay Scanapico, was trying to be here there in person. I'm comfortable starting this if that's fine with everyone. Sandy. Sandy, I can't hear you or see you on the screen, so.
Can you bring Sandy up there?
And we would like a visual on anyone that's going to present.
Yeah.
Do you see me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, oh yeah, we see. Yeah.
All right, Wayne, do you want to swear Stephen in?
Yes, but the thing is that Stephen, you're going to do the case even if they're not here?
Sandy, are you okay with that? They aren't.
No one's responding.
No one's responding, so I'm not sure how to.
Sandy, can you hear us?
All right, do you want us to move on to the next case and you can regroup with your client?
Sure.
And make sure.
Okay, good. All right, then we'll move on to the next case.
Deb, read the next one.
And
Case number 12.
yes, that would be 11701 Bustleton Avenue, 11,000.
Correct. So
701 Bustleton Avenue.
2026-001941 for 11701 Bustleton Avenue.
Yes, Albert Taz.
I believe
Albert
that
here?
is in the room. Yes.
I am.
Okay, Albert, are you going to be the only one testifying?
I believe that David Hess, the owner's representative, will also be testifying.
Okay, is he here?
Yes.
Okay, can we see in person?
Yes, my video is on.
Okay, good. I'm gonna swear you in before we get started. Please raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I
Yes.
do.
And state your name.
My name is Albert Taus. I'm a licensed architect in the state of Pennsylvania and also in the city of Philadelphia. The great
Okay,
city
Albert,
of
could you
Philadelphia.
raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Okay, let's go back to the previous guy. And could you tell me your name?
David Hess. I'm a representative for Pozell Enterprises, the owner.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm Wayne Miller, board member.
Amy Rivera, board member.
Ted August, board member.
Correct, board member.
Aaron Rodden, Board Counsel.
Matthew Webster, Board Counsel.
Andrew Culp, License and Inspections.
John Dimes, Fire Code.
Deborah Richardson, Boards Administration.
David, can you spell your last name for the court reporter?
HESS.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Whoever's gonna, Deb, did you read that into the record?
I did, but I'll read it
Okay.
again.
Whoever's gonna present the case, please do.
All right. First of all, thank you for hearing our case. I appreciate the board's time. This building is a existing building, better known as the Leo Mall, where the supermarket in question is located, that we're trying to expand into an adjoining space. The existing supermarket is actually, and the expanded space is actually bordered on the back street by Hendricks Street. And also, of course, the parking lot in front is open. So we have open area on at least two sides and a little bit on the west side of the building. In any case, the existing supermarket wants to expand because of its popularity. And it presently, the square foot is 24,088 square feet. It's an existing occupancy, non-conforming occupancy that has been there for 25 years. And through the popularity, we'd like to expand into the space next door, which is presently a restaurant catering establishment. And that square footage is 6,447 square feet. So we're trying to connect the two spaces with one opening that has a rolling shutter door that's rated A label on a fusible link, which is a fire rated opening. Plus, we would like to have two windows. The windows are 10 by 8, and also we would like to use in those windows fixed fire rated glazing assemblies, and they should be of a 2-hour rating also. So what we're trying to do is connect those two buildings, but we're still maintaining the 2-hour fire rated wall between the two spaces by the assemblies of the rolling shutter door on a fusible link and the glazing. This supermarket's been there, like I said, for 25 years. And that's probably the case. I think we're looking for relief for providing a sprinkler system in the existing supermarket. That's, like I mentioned before, is 24,000 square feet, and that it's already a non-conforming use. But the new space that we're expanding into, we do plan to sprinkle that new space, and that's 6,447 square feet. And we're lowering the hazard use from a use to a M use. And I think I will allow David Hess to also speak at this point.
Hi, thank you, everybody. Net Cost is, I don't know how familiar everyone is with Net Cost Supermarket, but they are an essential food mainstay for the community, and we do recognize the value to the community of this proposed expansion. We also recognize that this expansion will not be feasible without relief, as it's not feasible to perform sprinkler work over the existing space, which has fresh produce, food, vegetables, and they have it's not possible to do the work over that space. So we've tried to find ways around that, but cannot. And so this isn't just a typical case of owner coming to the board or a tenant coming to the board looking to minimize their fit out costs. So we're coming to the board to see if this expansion can be feasible. And yeah, we humbly appreciate if relief is granted, and we appreciate that Towson Associates has proposed to sprinkler the space that would be vacant. The expansion space would be vacant at time of the expansion, and therefore that is feasible to sprinkler it. And we appreciate Taos offering and proposing to sprinkler that space instead of coming to the board looking for full relief, to try and find a solution that balances life safety with the feasibility of this expansion being able to occur or not. So thank you.
Is the separation that's being proposed between the two spaces that existing or new? It says sorry, I looked on it says existing.
Presently, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think I answered my own question, but are there any upgrades proposed to that wall to achieve 2-hour rating? How are you confirming it's 2-hour rating?
And again, there's 3 openings. 2 of the openings are just windows, and that'll be closed by using fixed fire rated glazing assemblies, which are 2-hour fire rating, just similar to the wall. And the rolling shutter door is also a label rolling shutter door that's going to be on a fusible link. So we still maintain that wall between the 2 buildings as a 2-hour wall.
No, but how do you know it's a 2-hour wall?
Through our research, a label rolling shutter door.
No, not the shutter, the wall itself.
It's a 12-inch block wall.
Okay. All right.
It's a 12-inch block wall, and at the top of the wall, it narrows to an 8-inch wall.
Okay. Is this a self-supported wall? Does it go through the roof?
It goes through the roof, and the supermarket's structure sits on that wall presently. Okay. Not the expanded space is independent of that wall.
Okay. And the openings proposed, how necessary are the windows? Are they're just to allow for visibility? Like the fewer the openings in a wall, obviously the less likely any wall opening can be breached. But yeah, what are the windows? What are they serving?
I think for marketing purposes and aesthetics, to have the 2 windows is advantageous, along with the opening, the bigger rolling door opening. But I would have to divert to the tenant and see if one of those windows could be eliminated. But if possible, we'd really like to keep the 2 windows. But if it means expanding and you seeing that you could grant us a variance for not sprinkling the existing supermarket that's not sprinkled now, that would be wonderful.
And to add some background to shed some light on that, originally Net Cost proposed to open that entire wall to fully connect both spaces. However, the glass was a substitute for that to create fire rating in between those 2 spaces. So
I only ask, I haven't done the calculation, but I only ask because when you are calling something a separate fire area, you have to do that with permanent construction, so a wall, and any openings need to be provided with fire shutters, which you're proposing. But even then, the total length of openings are not supposed to exceed 25% of the total length of wall you're using to call something separate fire areas. So you can't say, I'm going to make a 2-hour wall and then punch a bunch of holes through it and then say, well, if a fire does start, all these shutters are going to close. Well, if the shutters fail, then the wall itself is no longer there. It's an opening in the wall. So it looks like you're in excess of that 25% limit. You may be even in excess of the opening limits in terms of how large the openings are in terms of area. So one thing I would say is those numbers need to be driven down to be code compliant with the fire barrier requirements, to call this a separate fire area to begin with, if that makes sense.
I think the length of the wall that these three openings are in is less than 25% of the length of that wall.
Okay.
I believe it is. Can you hold on one sec? Can I ask the board to hold on 1 second?
Sure.
Thank you.
And Albert, while you're looking at that, did you say that the two window openings would have fixed 2-hour rated window construction in them? And would that meet the rating requirement for that wall?
Yes, the windows are fixed. They're not, they can't be opened. So those two windows can be fixed. I'm assuming we could reduce the size of those windows, but I hesitate to reduce the size of the opening for the shutter. Can you share this with the board? But in any case, the opening between the two spaces that's would be the only movable part, and that would be
okay.
13.6.
This is 25. These are fire rated, so this opening is 25.
But that wall continues and snakes around behind. So our demising wall between the supermarket and the catering hall does snake around the back of the catering hall. So,
can you share a plan with us?
all right, Jeremy from my office, does he need to be sworn in if he's going to share a plan?
Yes, he does.
Okay, Jeremy, you got to be sworn in. Forgive me. That's our communication system. Our intercom is me yelling.
That's how I do it. I do the same way.
Here's-
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
At the other right hand. Raise your
Yes.
right hand, swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Okay, you're good.
All right.
State your name, please.
Jeremy Danley. Danley.
Thank you. Okay, show the plan.
So we're talking about
So the devising wall that Jeremy has his arrow on snakes around the back of the catering hall, as you can see, and that's a masonry wall.
So where is the addition?
The area that's not crosshatched. That whole, where Jeremy is showing you, that's the 6,000 square feet of the, right now is a restaurant catering facility.
Okay.
And those windows will have a rated
Yes.
fixed window?
Yes.
Okay.
Jeremy, since you're
Correct. They're going to match the glazing, and the whole assembly would meet a 2-hour rating.
So Pradeep, wouldn't that reduce the 25%? They would not contribute to that if they're essentially compliant as 2-hour construction.
Yes, yeah. So if they are tested as a wall, which I believe is being documented in that call out as ASTM E119. So it would have to be tested as a wall,
Yes.
not tested as a window, which is a different test. But yes, it does mean that the only opening that contributes to that 20% is the shutter, which would make it you would be compliant.
This is a catering hall? I thought it was a supermarket.
To the left, which is crosshatched, That's the
Uh-huh.
supermarket. To the right is the area where the restaurant is located.
Right.
Where his arrow is right now, that's the
Uh-huh.
existing supermarket that's been there for a while, for 25 years. Actually, both buildings been there for 25 years.
Okay.
John
You want
Dimes, what do
caucus?
you think? No, let's hear what John Dimes has to say.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's a truly separate fire area with a truly rated 2-hour wall, and they're sprinkling that side, it doesn't seem to me that the risk level increases for the fire department if they're able to do what they're saying they're going to do. I'm all for sprinkler systems, and I think things ought to be sprinklered when they're supposed to be sprinklered. But in this particular case, again, by having that fire separation, if it is a true fire separation, they can meet that requirement. I would tend to be okay with it.
Okay.
Are the tenant spaces served by a fire alarm? So if there's a fire in the unsprinkled area, will occupants in the new area be notified?
Jeremy, do you know the answer to that? I believe the supermarket has a fire alarm.
One moment.
And by the way, I mentioned that this building is open on almost
No.
3 sides. So the fire company can approach this building on the back side, front side, and on the west side of the building, most of the west side.
So I heard that the building, it doesn't have a fire alarm, or the tenant doesn't have a fire alarm.
David Hess, do you know if it has a fire alarm system?
I do not know.
Hi, this is Alex
Try and
Boyer.
obtain an answer.
But if I may,
Who's that?
We're from Net Cost Market. Yes, we believe that space does have a fire alarm. The existing.
Hold it. Alex,
Yes.
you got to be sworn in if you're going to talk.
Sure.
Can I see your face?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Could you please raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. State your full name.
My name is Alexander Boyer.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So we understand that the space does have a fire alarm. The current supermarket space.
Okay.
I don't know about the Melody space.
Okay. The project team, is the current intent to install a fire alarm system in the new space?
I'm going to suggest that I think we would have to by code
Okay.
because of the occupant load. If it didn't have it, because the occupant load would probably exceed or meet or exceed the amount of people to trigger the fire alarm. And since the existing does have a fire alarm, we would probably add onto the fire alarm the additional space.
Understood. I'm fine to caucus. The other board
Okay.
members
Let's caucus.
Can I just make sure I understand this? So the addition is a catering space, restaurant?
Yes.
So you have windows so that the people that are at an event can look into a supermarket and the people in the supermarket can look in at the people at the event?
No, we're adding right now it's a solid block wall. It's a finished wall with drywall and a concrete block. What we plan to do is the restaurant will leave and we'll make this area that we're expanding into, which is the restaurant area, into part of the supermarket.
Oh,
and
okay.
As such, we're adding windows and a overhead rolling door that's an A-label rolling door.
All right, that makes more sense. Thank you.
Yeah, and just to clarify, the historical prior use was a catering hall restaurant. The future use will be an expansion of the supermarket.
All right, we'll caucus.
All right, let's caucus.
Okay. John, back on the record.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna grant the variance, as long as you have a fire alarm system that connects to both buildings. And it would, Pradeep, that would be a manual, not an automatic, right?
Yes, manual fire alarm
Okay.
system that serves both fire areas.
Okay. Are you say you have one in there, you got to extend it, you need to put, sprinkler heads in the center of the windows?
Yes, sir.
And the opening, even though it
And
has
the
a fire
opening,
shutter.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm missing anything?
No.
Nope.
Okay, all right, good luck.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you so much, board, and I really appreciate it.
Excuse me, this is the
Good talk.
reporter. Did they need to vote on that?
I agree
Yes,
with
we
the,
do. I'm in
I-
favor of granting the variance.
I agree with granting the variance with the provisos.
I agree with granting the variance with the provisos.
I agree, granting variance with provisos.
Okay, that's it, John. We got it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next one, number
Exit.
11.
Right.
Is everybody here for number 11?
Yes, I'm here, Stephen Mileta.
Okay, I already swore you in, didn't I, Stephen?
No, not yet.
Okay, could you please raise your right hand? Swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth,
I do.
and state your full name?
Stephen Mileta, partner at QV3 Architects.
Okay, and who else is going to be testifying?
At the front and the room now.
Hi.
Okay,
I'm Lindsay Scanapico.
excuse me, I didn't hear your name.
Lindsay Scanapico.
Okay, Lindsay, could you please raise your right hand? Swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I'm Wayne Miller, board member.
Amy Rivera, board member.
Ted Agus, board member.
Pretty Bright, board member.
Aaron Rodden, Board Counsel. Matthew Webster, Board Counsel.
Andrew Culp, License and Inspections.
Oh, where's John Times? Deborah Richardson, Boards Administration.
Okay, please read it into the record, Deb.
Case number 11, MI 2026-001169 for 766 South Front Street.
Okay, whoever's going to present the case, please do.
Deborah, do you need to grant me sharing or?
Yes, you can share your screen. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, I was. Yes, you can share your screen.
Why is it not letting me share my screen?
Yeah, take your time.
Should be usually at the bottom.
No, I can share if I wanted to.
Yeah, it's kind of like anybody can share.
For some reason it's saying desktop.
What is it saying?
It's just giving me a big exclamation point, even though it's open on my screen. Let me just try it again. Sorry.
Do we have their drawings? Do we have their drawings that we can share it and walk him through it?
I don't know what I sent you. I sent some stuff this morning. I did send something in an email this morning, didn't I?
Could I just start with the the existing site plan if you have it? Gosh, this would be so easier if I could share.
I sent something this morning.
Maintain current size.
This is Matthew Webster, Board Counsel speaking. If you'd like to email it to matthew.webster@philly.gov, I will be able to share from my screen. And you can direct me where to go.
Okay.
If you need control though, if you need that fine control over what is shared, then
1 second.
I think I have the plans. I think I could share, Stephen, if this is.
All right. Could you just, Lindsay, it'd be helpful if you could just, yeah, there you go. Awesome. So this is a combined PDF, Lindsay, so it has all the drawings already in it.
Yes.
All right, so I just want to start on that top page and just give everyone a little bit of background on the project. It's an unusual site. It's a
All right.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
So this is the existing conditions site plan. It's, as you can tell, an unusual flag site that's off of Front Street, a few blocks south of Washington Avenue. And as the property exists right now, right off of Front Street, it's an open area that has 2-car parking, and the existing primary dwelling is some 100 feet off of Front Street. Lindsay's on the cursor right now, and it has a large backyard that is landlocked. So 2021, we renovated the existing building, which is 100 feet back off the site. It's an existing 1-story building. We put an addition on top of it. And while that was happening, we put in an application for a addition at the front that would sort of complete that missing tooth in Front Street. At that time, we got a refusal for multiple structures on a RSA lot. We received a refusal. We refused the variance to build the addition detached at the front of the lot. And then earlier this year, we submitted building permits for that front portion. And here we are with the refusal that we've received. So if you scroll down a little bit, Lindsay, you can see up in the upper left-hand corner, that's sort of the proposed rendering. The detached building, you can see at the site plan at the bottom, the existing 2-story structure in the back, and the 2-story structure that we're proposing at the front with 2-car parking on the ground floor. And then you can kind of see sort of in red there dotted, that's the existing easement that is shared with the neighbor to the south. In the building process, obviously the building that's on Front Street, the ADU and the parking, that's all new construction. So that will all have an automatic sprinkler system. The existing 2-story in the back is existing and was just renovated and obviously does not have a sprinkler system. If you want to just page down, Lindsay, you can keep going. Those are just wall types and partition types. On A1, you can see the two floor plans. So at the top, you can see in the back of the drawing, sort of partial of the existing structure that exists in the back. Right now, you enter the existing house, 100 feet off of Front Street. And then where the cursor is right now, that's a courtyard open area. And so we are proposing to have on that ground floor, two-car stacked parking. And then there's a stair that takes you up to an ADU. And then behind that stair on the first floor is just some storage. One of the homeowners is an avid biker. That would be for bikes and whatnot. Up to the second floor, and that's an ADU. There's a little open deck area, more so because of the strange condition of the neighbor to the north. They have like skylights, and I believe it's a remnant of an old semi-detached structure, and we're trying to pull away from that. Did you keep going, Sam or Lindsay? Sorry.
Actually,
drawing.
Stephen, sorry, Lindsay, could you go back to
sure.
plan for a second? Stephen, if you could just clarify, because it's hard to read the drawing at the scale.
Sure.
The ground floor plan, is that essentially open from the back area?
Yes. So where that cursor is, that's an alleyway.
Yeah. So what you're proposing would be an alleyway.
Yeah.
It's under the second floor.
Exactly.
That's a gate going out with, one concern that we would have would be that Panic Hardware, that, in the flow of traffic and all that. But all of that, is that currently or proposed to be a rated separation from the adjacent space and the space above it?
Currently, it's all 1 hour construction.
I think we typically would want it to be 2 hour. Yeah, but okay.
I mean, we're treating it like a a single family garage that would require 1 hour rating, but would certainly could easily make that 2 hour rating if that was,
Okay.
and totally
And that-
agree with the panic hardware on the gate.
And that alley is all open air.
No, it's not open air. It's open air to the, because if you see the second floor below.
No, but the alley itself on the ground floor.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Okay.
Sorry. Lindsay, if you just page down, then you can kind of see sections drawing in the upper left-hand corner. That's looking north. Drawing in the right-hand corner, that's an elevation from Front Street. You can kind of see to the left the gate and then the garage door system.
So it's just a metal gate.
Exactly. Yep. And drawing 2 on A3, you can kind of see that open air alleyway with the garage. And then drawing 1, you can see the rear of the detached. That's an elevation of the rear looking east. And you can see the scale figure there is denoting the open alleyway. So all that being said, once we submitted for building permit, I'm reading from the refusal. The means of egress shall provide a continuous and unobstructed path of vertical and horizontal egress travel from all portions of the dwelling to the required egress door without requiring travel through a garage. The required egress door shall be open directly to the public way or court that opens to a public way. So, Lindsay, if you could go back to the site plan, maybe on the first page. There you go. Down right there.
I also have this rendering bigger.
Sure.
If that's helpful. Hold on, I can stop sharing.
So our interpretation of the refusal is that from the existing house, we are not meeting the intent of clear egress to the street. That would be my interpretation of that. I mean, obviously you can exit the existing house into the open courtyard and then you're through the alleyway to get to the street, but you're not going through the garage. You're actually going through an alleyway. So yeah, Lindsay's photo on the left is those are the existing conditions. And then you can see on the right, that's the rendering of what we're proposing.
Even though you're not going through the garage, you would still require a variance because you're
Yeah,
basically
mine.
running under a building that
Yep.
could be on fire.
Yep, totally I understand that. It was just the wording of the refusal that I wasn't, that through the garage, you're not actually, so I wanted to make sure that the plans examiner understood it's not through the garage, but through an alleyway, an open alleyway to the street.
And Stephen, would it be helpful for me to share some of the precedent images that I.
Sure.
So this was just kind of looking at conditions within the neighborhood that have a similar situation where you're kind of entering in through an alleyway door, but under a covered building. And so just kind of looking at kind of where that condition does occur, which shockingly, these were all taken within 2 blocks of
Yeah,
the
it's,
property. So it feels actually like a pretty common existing condition. And I think Stephen mentioned this, but we've been trying to get this ADU approved since 2021. It's been a pretty wild process.
And I'm not sure what member mentioned it, but yes, I agree that we should provide panic hardware to the gate, and we're willing to up the construction type to 2 hour. Currently was submitted in the building permit as 1 hour.
Yeah, the position that we've taken on projects like this as a board with the fire department's, I won't say blessing, but involvement has been, as long as that 2 hour separation is maintained, as long as there's sort of a path of egress that with the panic hardware leading out, that we're would recommend a variance be granted in this situation.
How wide is the tunnel alley?
All right.
How wide is the tunnel alley?
I believe it's 5 feet. Is that right?
I don't think it's quite that. I think it's 42, 3'6".
I'm gonna
I
trust.
mean, it gets wider in the back. If you go back to the first floor plan,
We
Lindsay.
would just require the minimum 3-foot width.
Yeah. John, are you all right with that?
John Dimes had to leave.
Okay, no problem. All right, is everyone all right with that for the variance?
I'm okay with the 2 provisos that there's a manual, oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. Panic hardware at the gate from the inside, and that it's a 2-hour rated tunnel alley.
Okay.
Did have one more question is there any contemplation about lease agreements or anything like that? Is this being used by this is being used as a single family across the entire property?
Yeah, it was one of the stipulations in our refusal that it can't be a 2-family dwelling. It can only be a one family.
Okay.
But I believe that isn't with the ADU legislation that we could rent this out. That's my understanding, or that was the intent, is that whether or not this is for kind of our, a mother-in-law suite or kind of a renter, that essentially like this could be, I mean, the intention was to create an ADU, which hasn't been created in Philadelphia in a number of years because the legislation isn't written in a way to allow it, frankly.
Yeah, the word, my question isn't related to how zoning characterizes it. It's
Okay.
related to the precedent images you were looking at probably typically have that area be identified through an easement or something that cannot be closed. So while it's all on one property, you're not necessarily required to do that. But one way of mimicking that is to build that into a tenant or a lease agreement. So I can imagine us providing a proviso where we say you either document this as an easement that cannot be developed or closed upon, or if it is leased, all lease agreements identify this as open, shared, unencumbered access with no storage permitted, things like that.
And record an easement.
The drawing actually says existing alleyway easement.
There is a recorded easement here.
Okay, so I would say just maintaining that easement that is sufficient because that stipulates it across the whole parcel.
2 quick comments. The doors that go in or out of that, those need to be rated as well to meet that separation. And then the other thing, your precedent photographs make it clear that needs to be proviso that it be left, uncluttered, unencumbered at all time. So that's kind of a management thing if you do have a tenant in the front.
Okay.
So I would add to Amy, I would add to the proviso that the easement has to be maintained and this variance is void if it's ever extinguished.
Will we receive a letter with all these provisos too?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with the granting with provisos.
Okay, I also agree with granting the proviso.
I agree with granting the 4 provisos. I'll read them out loud. That the alley has a 2-hour fire rating. There's panic hardware on the gate. You have to maintain the easement or void it if it is extinguished. And that the alley needs to remain uncluttered and clear passageway. And then I agree to that.
And I agree with the variance with provisos.
Okay, good. All right, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Glasses over here, Charles.
All right, end recording.